let's go through a practical scenario for people, okay? So let's just say I'm in a relationship with a man that I want, he wants me to do something and I don't want to do it. My boundaries are clear no. I just don't want to do that. And I say no. And he gets upset. He gets mad. So I have to now deal with his anger at me. So now we get into the territory of,
Woo, stop
yeah,
right there.
okay.
Stop right there. I love that moment when you said there's a couple things in your story that are key for your listeners.
Okay.
Number one, the part of now I have to deal with his anger. Oh, let's go there. No, you do not. No, you do not. His anger belongs to him,
Nice.
sweethearts. Let's all get really clear. Your feelings belong, other people's feelings belong to them, and that's theirs to take care of. So what you can do is acknowledge, like, right? Amy, I just watched all the weight drop off your shoulders.
What did you? I think I just fell on the floor.
You just did an exhale that went,
I know, right?
Yeah. Let other people deal with their own feelings.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Like that's all you need to know. Like you're angry. Oh, you're angry.
Talk about weight loss. I think I just lost 10 pounds right there.
Oh, I love this.
I love that.
This. That's it.
Yeah.
Is practice letting other people have their feelings, whatever their feelings are. You're not there to fix their feelings. You're not there to change their feelings. Look, I am a long-time licensed practicing psychotherapist. And I promise you, you can't fix anyone's feelings. I can't either. I'm an expert at this. You can't fix people's feelings. So don't try. Please don't try.
Yeah.
Let them go take care of their anger. We have a misunderstanding in this culture that if somebody is angry, we have to go fix it.
Yeah.
First of all, life doesn't work that way. You can't fix people's feelings. People have to learn how to take care of their own feelings. So what I do is I can acknowledge, oh, I can see that you're disappointed, frustrated, angry, that I'm not going to do this. I get it. I get it. Yeah. True. I'm not going to do it. And I leave it there. Like, I assume that this person will be able to manage their own feelings. You know, can you imagine? We have taught everybody, no, I'll manage your feelings for you.
Yeah.
Here, vomit on me. I'll clean it up. No.
and sometimes you have people who literally tell you, well, you're making me pissed, or you did this to me, or you're making me upset, or they actually make you.
Let's role play that moment. Go ahead. Go ahead. Role play that moment. You throw that one at me.
Okay, I'll be, well, what are you talking about? How can you do this to me? God, you're so selfish. Like, what's wrong with you? Now I'm freaking pissed off.
Oh, God, that sounds really hard for you.
Oh, now you're doing the psychotherapy on me?
I actually heard that line. Yes.
This is my.
I am a psychotherapist, but I'm not doing anything on you. But yes, you are angry. I can absolutely see that.
Well, how can you be so selfish?
It's interesting. I call it self-care, but it's okay. You can call it selfish. But that's an interesting word choice.
Don't you care about how I feel?
Most of the time.
What do you mean most of the time?
Yeah, not actually all the time. Some of the time. Yeah, I do. I care about your feelings. It's actually much more important that you care about your feelings, because you have to care for your feelings.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something, Sarri. This doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, we're going to have to make some changes, because this just, you're too selfish for me, and you obviously don't care about anybody but yourself.
That's okay. Yeah, you could move on and find somebody that will take care of catering to those feelings that you have, that you're struggling with. That's okay. You're right, because I won't spend my life doing that.
I love, this is so helpful to me. So now I got to just take off the role play hat. So I noticed, Sarri, that you're not saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, are you doing that on purpose?
Yeah. Yes, I am doing that on purpose, because I'm okay with the fact that they feel that way. And I'm not sorry. Everybody gets angry sometimes. I get angry, you get angry. We all have to deal with that feeling sometimes. But the difference is I'll take care of my feeling when I feel it, and I'm not expecting anybody else to take care of the fact that I'm angry. If I'm angry,
Yes.
that's mine to take care of. But the second part of this whole issue is I would never be that far down in a relationship with somebody without them understanding how clear the line is between my feelings and their feelings. This would have come out much earlier in the relationship that that I would be saying, well, how do you deal with your anger when you get angry? You know, when I get angry, I take a walk, I might knit, I might journal, right? I deal with my feelings. I listen to my feelings, but I'm not expecting anybody else to do something because I'm angry. It's not their job.
I mean, honestly, that's just such emotional maturity. I just think it's fantastic. But honestly, though, can you tell us? I mean, isn't it harder to act in this way and react in this way when you're emotionally attached, right? It's be a lot, this type of thing would be a lot easier in a relationship of, just a more superficial relationship. But say if it's your family, the ones that push the buttons, or your intimate relationship, or
I love this. I
your
love this question
yeah,
because
your
you're
children.
asking the question that everybody asks, which is where are the exceptions to the rules for my boundaries? Like who gets the exceptions? No one.
Yeah.
No one. No one gets the exceptions. In fact, the more intimate of a relationship it is, the more clarity you need around your boundaries. The problem is
Wow.
most people believe what you just said, which is if you really love someone, there are no boundaries between us. No, no, that's why we have such a high divorce rate. If you really, really love someone, you will respect the fact that they have boundaries, and they will respect the fact that you have them too. And that's totally okay, because what you get on the table between the two of you instead is something called authenticity, honesty, and you can trust each other because the truth is always right there in front of you. And you're able to say, yeah, that's not for me. And they're able to be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. And that thing that you do, that's not for me either. There's room. There's room to say, is this okay for you? Will
Wow.
this work for you? Does this work for me? And it's okay to rebalance that like every 3 months. Like look at your finances together and say, does this feel fair? Does it feel, when my kids grew up, and they're all grown now, I looked at my husband and I said, I'm all done cooking. And he said, what? And I said, well, I've spent all these years cooking for everyone, and I am so tired of it every single meal. And it's time for you to do some cooking. It's just you and me. And he said, I don't really know how to cook. I said, well, you better learn because we're going to starve otherwise. Now, okay, so then he started cooking. Meals were pretty icky, but he was trying and he was cooking, and he like understood that like I was done and it wasn't fair. I felt out of balance. I felt like maybe many years earlier in the relationship I should have been saying, hey, how about if you cook a few meals and I cook a few meals? But I didn't. I just kept doing it and doing it, thinking, oh, he doesn't cook, I should do all the cooking. And then I got to a point where like I couldn't look at another recipe. And so he took up cooking, and now it's years later, and he is like a chef.
Awesome.
Well, he wanted good food. So he became a better cook because he likes to eat good food. And now it felt much more in balance because, after a while we get tired of sort of where the boundaries are. And sometimes we have to just honor that and say, look, I'm burned out. We have to make some changes here. Sometimes somebody has to leave a job and they just can't keep doing it, and saying, we have to change our cost of living, our overhead. We have to lower our expenses. I can't keep doing this job. And, I'm amazed at how many times people don't hear each other on that. How often they just, like you said earlier, ignore, sweep under the carpet, don't want to hear it.
Hmm.
But the best relationships are relationships where there's this kind of honesty. And
Yes.
that to me creates real intimacy.